Hello and welcome back to Life After Losing My Son to Suicide. This is a vlog talking about what it's like to lose a child to depression, to suicide, and then also what it's like to struggle with depression and suicidal ideations before and after losing my son. Today has been a really hard day. It started, I don't know, I don't think I've had a lot of sleep. I think I went to bed at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't been doing well. And to keep things as fair as possible, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what's respectful and what's not. I have been really struggling. I've gotten to the point where I tell people I don't make plans. I don't make plans in advance because I cancel more plans than I keep. 2 weeks ago, I canceled 4 plans in 2 days. And just so you know, those were the only plans I had for like 2 weeks. It just happened to be in 2 days, and I canceled all of them. I let my anxiety get the better of me, and I was like, nope, freaked out, and that was it. People want to have coffee or do lunch or even just come visit, and they're like, it's okay, Rachel, you don't have to be happy. And it's hard because I so desperately want friends, and I so desperately want people around, and I talk about being the light and people reaching out, and I push people away, and I'm really hurting, and I'm really alone, and I'm doing it to myself. Somebody that means a lot to a lot of people, a very special woman who has been battling and struggling with cancer, is losing her battle right now. And it's hitting me really, really hard. Over the last few months, I had told Steve that I needed to visit her because I couldn't regret that. But between her having good days and seeing that every time I wanted to visit, she was at the U or she was somewhere else, or I made excuses that I wasn't capable. And she has been one of my biggest supporters. She sends me messages of love and inspiration all the time, telling me I'm doing a good job, telling me that she's proud of me. And this whole time, she's just trying to live. See, she was Bella's teacher, and she was new to the school, and she hadn't really been there that very long when she got diagnosed with cancer. This was last year. And Miss Bella, oh, Miss Sweet Bella, she cut off all her hair because she knew that Miss Boats might lose her hair. So she cut off all her hair and donated it. I'm so proud of her. I am so proud of her. Even battling through her cancer when she was sick, she was there to support us with losing Isaiah. Not to make her story about me, but one of the things that connected me to Mary was that she was really struggling, and at the time she had bone cancer, and it was just her leg, and she was having a really hard time with the scars and just not feeling beautiful. And she had posted something about the proverb of, I think it's Asian culture, when the pottery breaks, you line it with gold and it makes it stronger and more beautiful than before. So when something is broken, we don't toss it away. We can fix it with gold. And not only is it stronger than it was before, but it's more beautiful as well. I always get this pronunciation wrong. And I'll tell this story a different time because it's actually quite miraculous. But I've had a thoracotomy, you know, like Breaking Bad, like the rib splitting thing. I had a big cyst tumor thing. And that's a whole nother story. But it was like 4 years ago now, 5. And I sent her, I did a photo session after I had my surgery because I had a really big scar and it really, really bothered me. And this dear gal, she did some pictures that, you know, just, you know, the nude, but covering myself but showing my scar. And I sent one of the pictures to her. And I don't remember what I wrote, but just to let her know, because a lot of people don't know that about me, that we can still be broken and be beautiful. It really opened up a friendship with Mary and I. So that day she told me that I gave her just a gift, you know. One day, a couple months ago, it is probably when she knew things were just getting real bad. She sent me the most beautiful message a grieving mother could ever get. The most unselfish, heartfelt gift from one mom to another. And I want to share that with you today because that is strength, is beauty and kindness is what this woman did. She sent me a message that said something like, I don't know how this heaven thing works, but if I don't win my battle with cancer, I promise you I will find Isaiah. I promise you I will find him and I will hug him for you. I promise I will find him for you. She knew how incredibly painful it was for me to hear. But she knew how very, very much it meant to me. So, it's interesting how things work, you know, because she puts it so much more eloquently. She did a post about it. But I'll try to make this quick. But as a little girl, sometimes things were rough for me at home. And it wasn't the best home environment, whether it had to do with me or just whatever else was going on. And a lot of times I found comfort at my aunt's house when I would be babysitting. I liked it there. It was always clean and nice and smelled good. It was safe. Well, my aunt, you see, she had a grandfather clock, and I loved the sound that grandfather clock made, and I worked at a furniture store after that, and I wanted a grandfather clock, but I just couldn't afford a grandfather clock. And I worked at a nice furniture store, so I wanted, of course, a Howard Miller grandfather clock, because that's what I knew. Well, it was just nothing that it just wasn't ever a top priority, you know. Well, fast forward, and after Isaiah passed, and I'm talking to Steve in the living room, and I'm just telling him about that memory, you know, and how I'd like to have a grandfather clock. It was really comforting to me. And just like out of nowhere,
Mary's mother, Mary makes a post from her mother about selling their grandfather clock, her father's grandfather clock. And it was a Howard Miller too, and it worked. So I'm like, this is amazing. So we get this clock, and every Sunday, we say try to do it on Sundays. It gives you a little bit of leeway. I wind up that clock. And every time I'm like, I can't believe I have a grandfather clock. I will have a piece of her and her family forever in my heart. I wish that I could have been closer at the end. I wish I could have been a better friend. And I think that's some of the things that hurt so bad right now, is that I've lost almost a year. My babies they're getting so big. Miley's gonna lose another front tooth. Bella's got a retainer. She's turning into a lady. So much time I have spent in this house mourning. And now I'm at this point where I want to live, you know. And this is scary. It's so scary, and it's hard because I don't like myself right now. So I'm constantly comparing myself to other people and judging myself and critiquing myself. Mary was an inspiration. She took what she was dealing with and still spread kindness and love as much as she possibly could to everybody she could. And what she told to me is that she just really, really worried about her kids. What happened to her kids when she was gone? I get that. I joked that Mary was my yin. She was the yin to my yang. It's funny how life works out, you know? It's interesting how someone can reach the depths of your heart. Now I have to try to figure out how to break this to Bella. Mary was the only one that Bella really opened up to besides her therapist. I couldn't even believe it. Bella, like I said, she diverts. And she opened up to Mary. Mary just sat with her at the table, just asked her questions. And just like it didn't even... I just sat there and watched. Watched her talk about her brother for the first time. Woman was a blessing and a gift. And if angels are real, we're going to be really lucky. I'm sorry to always be crying. I do this because I show you guys. I hope I show you guys the reality of this. We say we just want one good day, you know? But if I can take anything from learning a lesson today, is that Mary would have given anything to have one more day. She would have given anything to have one more day with her kids, with her husband and her family. Be like Mary. Spread that kindness as far and as wide, and just be like Mary. Be like Mary, who is at her deathbed and still wishing the world was kind and beautiful, taking her every last breath, fighting. Mary, you were a Wonder Woman, and you're going to be very missed. And I'm really sorry that I could have been a better friend. I wanted to. I really did. Guys, life is a blessing and a gift. It's beautiful. It's sad. Look at me. But I still want to wake up tomorrow. I want to see my kids grow up. I want to have more good days than bad. And I feel like that's achievable. All right, everybody. Please be kind. Please be the light. Keep your light going for yourself if you can, and if you have it and need to spread it, please do so. Thank you.